Now, I don't have a rib cage here, um, so you'll have to take advantage of the fully articulated skeletons that we have in lab in order to be able to see all the different ribs, to be able to tell true ribs from false ribs and floating ribs. But I do have parts of a sternum here, and so this would be an anterior portion of where the ribs come in, so of the rib cage, and then it's ribs be articulating here, but not all of them. Floating ribs, for instance, do not. The sternum has different parts to it. This more superior part is called the manubrium. You could call it manubrium of the sternum. This is the body of the sternum. This is the xiphoid process, this part that kind of pokes down here. Taking a look at the manubrium, you can see that there is a real obvious articulating surface there. That's where the clavicle comes in. So that's the sternoclavicular joint when those two join. But then the very first rib attaches also to the manubrium, but other true ribs come in here. And then there would be a costal cartilage that comes in this most inferior portion of the body of the sternum, and that's where those false ribs kind of combine together to have costal cartilage that articulates here. And I should also mention here that right here, this most superior portion of the manubrium, you have something called the jugular notch. And that's something that you can distinctly feel on yourself. You can kind of feel the top of your manubrium. You can feel that jugular notch. Hello. Well, I have one last bone that I want to tell you about. It's not a part of the vertebral column. It's not a part of the appendicular skeleton. It's really a unique bone. It doesn't articulate with any other bones. If it's associated with anything, it's kind of associated with the skull. It kind of hangs below the skull, and I'll show you that. But it's really one of my favorite bones in regards to how unique it is. And that bone is called the hyoid. It's the hyoid. Okay, enough. All right. And no fireworks. No fireworks. Okay, enough. Yeah, that's enough fanfare for the hyoid here. So the hyoid is really just among the soft tissues in your neck. And I'll show you how it gets associated. I'm going to get the skull and... Okay, so here we have the hyoid, and like I said, it doesn't articulate, so it would just be kind of hanging below the skull here, actually a bit closer to this. And the styloid process of the temporal helps to suspend the hyoid. And then if you look at what is below the hyoid, it's soft tissue that helps support the larynx, or you might call it at this point, because we haven't got to respiratory system yet, you might call it your Adam's apple or your voice box, but yeah, your larynx. And so I'll show a picture of that so you see what I'm talking about. But it helps the tongue be able to pull on something, and it helps support the larynx and just provide some kind of bony support for structures to attach onto along inside your throat. Wondering how I got that amazing voice effect? Yeah, there was this.